John chapter 8 gives us a little bit of a clue of what this is like. Verse 32, if God were your Father, you would love me because I have come to you from God, and I am not here on my own, but he sent me. Why can't you understand what I'm saying? It's because you can't even hear me. Now, people, we are called to live in a new kingdom, but we can't even hear God because we're confused by the kingdom we belong to. And I know I said kingdom there a lot, but we talk about Jesus to someone that isn't in a relationship with Jesus, and they don't understand you. And the Bible says they don't understand you. They can't even hear what you're saying any more than if I was in the Czech Republic and I preached on the street corner, that someone would come into relationship. But the Bible says when you're part of a different kingdom, you cannot understand what somebody else is saying any more than anybody in the Czech Republic would understand unless I talked Czech. Talking English, one person understood and came into relationship. And the Bible says you do not understand. People, the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about what it means to belong to the kingdom of heaven. But you know what? Because we've lived on a block so long, it's going to be hard to hear when we begin to talk, this is what God has for you. I don't believe that. That's a stretch for me. I'm used to living on this block. What are you exactly saying? And then the Bible says this, for you are children of the father of the devil, and you love to do evil things he does. He was a murderer from the beginning, and he always hated the truth because there was no truth in him. When he lies, he is consistent with the character, for he is the liar and the father of lies. Now, right away, you can look at someone and say, you love to do evil things. I don't do evil things. That's for evil people. How many know there are mean people out there? And I'm not mean, but isn't that the original sin in Genesis? When they ate from the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, what does that mean? By myself, I will decide what's good and evil. And we all decide from our perspective, our worldview, what's good and evil. And everybody's deciding from their perspective what's good and evil. And he said, you love to do the evil things your father does. And God says, that's why I'm the only one that can decide what's really true, good, and evil, because God is the only one that isn't biased. He's the only one that's perfectly just. And he said, we do the evil things. Now, in your own view, you may not consider yourself evil. I've talked to people all the time. Hey, I'm a good person. And I challenged them back and I said, I would love to gather the group of friends that's around you and see what their perspective of you being a good person is.